Raise your right hand.
Okay.
Got me.
There you are.
We got one connecting. There you go. All right, if you're going to testify, raise your right hand so we can swear you in, please.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're giving today is true and correct, so help you God?
I
Yes,
I do.
I do. I do.
All right, thank you. Okay, first one, you can put your hand down, man. Is number 32, the state of Brenda Marlene McManus. Mr. Baker.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Judge, we're applying to probate the will of Brenda Marlene McManus as a muniment of title. The applicant is Mr. Charles Cecil McManus, and he's here ready to testify.
You may proceed.
All right. Charles, you are the husband of Brenda Marlene McManus, correct?
Yes,
And she and you lived on 1939 Lake Charlotte Road. It's in Chambers County, but the address is Liberty, Texas 77575.
correct.
But it's really Chambers County.
Yes,
All right. And the last three digits of your social security number is 741, and driver's license number 669, and hers are 748 and 087. Correct?
correct.
All right. Now, is it true that Brenda died on or about December 28th of 2024 in Harris County, Texas, at the age of 73 years?
Correct.
And y'all had been married since October 22nd, 1971 in Longview, Texas.
Correct.
Yeah. And is it also true that she was born June 5th of 1951 in Freeport, Texas?
Correct.
All right. Now, when we filed the application to probate this will, we submitted the original will, and I've got a copy of it. Do you recognize that instrument?
Yes.
Is that her last will and testament?
Yes.
And if she had revoked that or done another will, would you have known about it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in fact, I did that will for her.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it true she owned real estate in Chambers County, Texas when she died?
Yes.
Is it also true that there's no need for an administration because there's no debts?
No.
And
true.
so it's true. And you're the sole devisee of the estate, so there's nothing for you to partition and divide and get property to other people and things like that.
Correct.
Okay. Now, you and she had two children and two children only, right?
Yes, sir.
And y'all's were the only marriage for either one of them.
Correct.
And both of those children are adults, correct?
Correct. Yes.
And two girls.
Two girls.
And is it also true that after the date of her will was January 29th, 2004, Brenda did not have any children?
No.
Or, additional
No,
children.
no
She
more.
had the two,
Right.
but she didn't have more children or adopt anybody.
No, sir.
Okay. And it's a strange question, but that's so, if you have a child born after the date of the will, you don't leave that child unattended by property and things like that. Okay. So, is it also true that Brenda didn't apply for and receive any Medicaid?
No.
So that's true.
That's true.
Judge, we ask that you admit the will to probate as a muniment of title and waive any affidavit requirement of distribution.
Oh, no, thank you, Counselor.
Thank you.
Guys, have a good day.
All right.
Number 38, Sandra Elise Herman. Mr. Baker, that's yours also.
You get rid of me first. All right. Likewise, Judge, this is an application to probate Sandra's will as a muniment of title, and I have with me the applicant and her husband, Gary Lee Herman. He's right there.
There.
Okay. Gary, you are under oath, correct?
Correct.
Is it true that you are the husband of Sandra Elise Herman?
Yes.
And she was, her maiden name was Colin.
Correct.
All right. And y'all lived on 234 Harmon Road, Hancomer, Texas, 77560.
Correct.
in Chambers County, Texas.
Correct.
Okay. And is it also true the last three digits of your social security are 086 and Texas driver's license are 525, and hers social security last three digits are 100, and Texas driver's license are 505?
Correct.
Now, Sandra was born June 19th, 1948 in Baytown, and died on January 21st, 2025 in Harris County, Texas at the age of 76 years, correct?
Correct.
All right. And y'all married February 16th, 1981 in Hancomer, Texas.
Correct.
Did you and she have children together?
No.
Okay. You have produced with this application, and we've submitted the original with the court, and this is a copy of it. What purports to be the last will and testament of Sandra Elise Herman. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you recognize that document?
I do.
Is that her last will and testament?
Yes, it is.
If she had done another will or revoked that will, would you have known about it?
Yes.
And in fact, I did this will for Sandra.
Correct.
Now, that will is dated May 27th of 2022, correct?
Correct.
And after that date, did Sandra have any children either born to or adopted by her?
No.
Now, she did have children.
Yes.
All right, how many children did she have?
She had 3.
Are they adults now?
Yes.
All right. Now, in her will, she named you as the sole devotee if you survived her death.
Correct.
Okay. For 60 days, and you survived it for 60 days. Right. All right. And so, is there any need for administration? For instance, do you have any debts that need to be paid?
No.
Okay. So there's no need for an administration, correct?
Correct.
All right. And let's see. Likewise, did she ever apply for and receive Medicaid?
No. Well, she was on Medicare when
Medicaid.
Medicaid. Oh, no, not Medicaid.
All right. So Medicaid's not an issue.
No.
Correct.
Correct.
All right. All right. And the will self-explanatory about the state of Texas or a charity is not a beneficiary. So, Judge, we ask that you admit the will to probate as a minimum of title.
So done. Thank you, Counselor. Gary, y'all take care. Have a good day.
Thank you. I'm going to sign off.
All right, sign off. All right, cause number 42, the state of Curtis Eugene Pennington. Ms. Clapper. Good morning,
Good morning,
Sheila.
Judge.
Good morning.
And you may proceed.
Thank you. Is your name Sheila Eileen Moore?
Yes,
And are you the daughter of Curtis Eugene Pennington and Mary Octavia Pennington?
yes,
And your father died on February the 17th of this year, 2025, at the age of 91.
yes, he did.
And was he a resident of Chambers County, Texas for 50 plus years prior to his death?
Yes,
And he was married one and only one time.
yes,
That was to your mother, Mary Octavia.
yes,
And they had 2 children.
yes,
And was any child born to or adopted by them after the making of this will that we're admitting today for probate on August the 18th of 1972?
no,
Just you and Trila.
yes,
All right. Now, the will designates your mother to be the first named executrix, but your mother is how old now?
89,
And does she feel like she has the stamina to handle the duties
No.
of executrix? And for that reason, she has filed a waiver and renunciation of the right to letters testamentary as independent executrix of Mr. Pennington's estate.
yes,
And you approve of that waiver and accept what she's saying. She wants you then as the successor executrix to be named over the estate as the independent executor.
yes, I
All
do.
right. And she also filed a waiver of service of appearance today because she's not feeling too well, is she?
No,
All right. I'm going to show you the will which is attached to the application, the original of which is before the court today. And are you familiar, going to page 2, the signature pages, to your father's signature?
yes,
All right, and you see that it was signed August 18th of 1972, and the witnesses are Warren G. Clark Jr.,
Yes.
and Francis Fontenot,
Yes.
and Charlotte Janice.
Yeah.
Those are the witnesses, and there is a notary with a self-proving page on the back where it's notarized by Janie Peebles in the presence of Mr. Clark, Ms. Fontenot, and Ms. Janice. So you're familiar with this will?
Yes, I am.
Was it ever revoked during his lifetime?
No, ma'am.
All right, so you're asking the court today, 4 years obviously hasn't passed because we're in the year of his death, correct?
Yes.
All right, so you're asking the court today to approve the will and its contents and to admit it to probate. Now, your dad, as you heard before when it was asked, Medicaid is different from Medicare, and your father was never involved with any claim that Medicaid would have on this estate.
No.
All right. So you're not disqualified by law from serving and accepting the letters testamentary today, correct?
Yes.
All right. So you're asking the court to approve the application to admit the will to probate and to grant letters testamentary.
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
So done. Thank you, ma'am. Sheila, take care.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. All right, cause number 45, the state of Bobby Jean Cowan. Ms. Dennis, good morning.
Good
morning. Computer didn't
You
want
may-
to work.
So you may proceed.
Okay, thank you. Please state your full name for the record.
Cheryl K. Hayes.
And you're the daughter of Bobby Jean Cowan, correct?
Yes.
And he died on October 13th, 2023.
Yes.
And he resided in Chambers County, Cove, Chambers County when he passed away. Is that correct?
Yes.
To your knowledge, he did not revoke his will at any time prior to his death.
No.
And that's the will. This is a copy of it. And to your knowledge, that's the valid will that he's never revoked, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Did he have any children or born or adopted by him after he made this will?
No.
And at the time that he executed the will, you believe he was of sound mind?
Yes.
Okay. And 4 years have not elapsed since he made this, since the application has been filed to probate the will in his death. Is that
No.
correct? Okay. And the state of Texas or a charity was not a devisee under the will. Is that correct?
No.
Now, at the time that the will was done, he nominated his wife to be the executor, but she is predeceased. She is also deceased, correct?
Yes.
And so you were nominated to serve as executor if that happened, correct?
Yes.
And you're not disqualified from service for any reason, correct? I have no further questions, Judge. We ask that you admit the will to probate and grant the letters.
So done. Thank you, Counselor.
Thank
Like you got the next one too, number 46, state of Nova Fake Cowan, and you may proceed on it.
Thank you. Okay, please state your name again, Ms. Hayes.
Cheryl K. Hayes.
And Norma Faye Cowan is your mother, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and she died on November 10th of last year.
Yes.
And she resided in Chambers County at the time of her death, correct?
Yes.
And she had a will also dated August 15th, 1979.
Yes.
And to your knowledge, she never revoked that will, correct?
No.
Did she have a child or children born or adopted after she made that will?
No.
And at the time of the execution, she was of sound mind?
Yes.
Okay. Has 4 years elapsed since we filed this application to probate the will
No.
and that she passed away, and the state of Texas or a charity was not a devisee under the will? Is that correct?
No.
And again, the will named Dad to be the executor, but he's deceased and you were the backup executor, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're asking the court to grant you letters today and admit the will to probate. Is that
Yes.
correct? I have no further questions, Judge.
Everybody admits the will to probate and authorize letters. Thank you, Counselor.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a good day.
You too.
Cause number 47, the state of Deborah Irene Adams. Mr. Fuller, good morning.
Good morning, Judge. May I proceed?
You may.
Your Honor, my name is Roy Fuller. I'm representing the applicant, James Marion Adams, the surviving spouse of the decedent, Deborah Irene Adams. The decedent died on October the 12th, 2024 in Harris County, Texas. She was 75 years of age, Obviously, 4 years have not elapsed since the date of her death. At the time of her death, she was a resident and domiciled here in Chambers County. The original will is dated March the 12th, 1999, which has been filed with the court. And to my knowledge, that is the last will and testament of the decedent. That will was never revoked. There is a necessity for administration of this estate. There were no children born or adopted after the execution of the will. The decedent did not have a marriage that was dissolved. The will named the surviving spouse, James Marion Adams, as independent executor of the will to serve without bond. And to my knowledge, he's qualified, never committed a felony. The will does not name the state or governmental agency or charitable organization as a devisee. It's a non-taxable estate. We'd ask the court to waive the appraisers and admit the will to probate.
So done. Thank you,
Thank
counsel.
you, Judge.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Cause number 49, estate of Lonnie Wood. Mr. Walker, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm good. You may proceed.
Thank you. Your Honor, I represent Miss Andrea Wood. She is the surviving spouse of the decedent Lonnie Lynn Wood, and we are submitting his will to the court for probate as muniment of title. Mr. Wood died on January 2nd of 2025 at his home on Plantation Drive in Baytown, Texas, there in Chambers County. He was 65 years old. 4 years have not elapsed since January of this year. His residence was there in Chambers County at the time of his death. He died leaving this will. He was the applicant's husband. The document dated July 15, 2021 is his original will. We filed that will with the court. To my knowledge, it was never revoked. Miss Andrea Wood tells me it was never revoked. He was over the age of 18 and of sound mind when he signed it. He had no children born to or adopted by him. After the date of that will, there were no children taken into his home under the auspices of adoption after the date of that will. He was married at the time of his death to the applicant. There are no debts owed by the estate. It is a non-taxable estate. There's no necessity for administration. There's no charity or governmental agency named as a beneficiary in the will, and we ask the court admit it as a muniment of title.
So done. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Judge. Excuse me.
It's like I skipped over one, cause number 48. That was cause number 49. Back to cause number 48, the state of Pollyann Matlock. Mr. Webb, Mr. Young. You're muted, sir.
Okay,
There
can
you
you hear
go.
me now?
I can hear you now.
Good, good. Your Honor, my name is Bill Yos. I'm here representing Robert Clayton Matlock in the estate of his deceased wife. Polly and he executed their wills back in 1991. And when Polly died in March of this year, after a diligent search, we've been unable to locate her original will. So I have today he's prepared to testify concerning proof of death and other facts. And I have Ms. Pulig here, who was a witness to that will back in 1991. And she can verify the signature and her signature of this will. So with your permission, I will go ahead and with the proof of death with Mr. Matlock.
You may proceed.
Mr. Matlock, is it true that Polly died on March the 11th of this year in Jefferson County, and that you have your residence is actually in Chambers County, and there's a copy of the will that you've been located, and this is a copy of that will. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And is this her signature on that will?
Yes.
Okay. Is it true that you made a diligent search and are unable to locate the original will?
Right.
Okay. And so far as you know, the will was never revoked by Polly.
No.
Is that correct? speak up to make sure the judge
Oh, I'm sorry.
can hear you.
No, it wasn't.
Okay. And no marriage of her was made after the will was no marriage of her was made or dissolved after the making of the will. Is that correct?
Right,
No children or child were adopted or born after she executed the will. Is that correct?
right,
And she had three children, Kevin, Christy, and Derek. And Kevin predeceased her back in 1973, and he was a minor at that
Yes.
time. Is that correct?
yes,
Okay. And you're named as the independent executor of the will to serve without bond, and that you're not disqualified from serving as independent executor or from accepting letters testamentary. Is that correct?
yes,
And that a necessity exists for the administration of the estate, and that she did not name the state of Texas, a governmental agency of Texas, or any charitable organization as a devotee of the will. Is that correct?
yes,
And there is no necessity for the appointment of appraisers in this estate. Is that correct?
right.
Okay. And that was, Your Honor, I'm showing you a copy of the will that's on file there.
Yes, sir, I have that.
To verify that. Now, unless you have more questions to ask him, I'll pass on to Ms. Pooley, who is a subscribing witness to the case, to the
Yes,
will.
sir, you may proceed.
Okay, Ms. Pooley, back in June of 1991, Polly retained Doug Sykes to assist her in the execution of this her will and estate planning copy. And the signature on the copy of the will is Polly's. And is this your name as a witness? And is this your signature here?
Yes.
Okay. And she executed the will, and she was over the age of 18, that you witnessed the execution of her will. And at that time, she was married to Robert Clayton Matlock, the applicant here. At that time, she had two living children at the time of her death, Christy and Derek. And that the minor child, Kevin Lee Matlock, predeceased her in 1973, pardon me, and she did not adopt or take any children after that. She executed the will. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Speak up.
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, I have no further questions if you don't.
Nothing from the court, so I hereby admit the copy of the will to probate and grant letters of administration. Thank you, Counselor.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, last but not least, cause number 51, the state of Yvonne Denise Dallas.
We're ready, Your Honor.
You may proceed, Counselor.
Oh,
It's off.
somebody else is on
Give
there.
him a minute. Okay, there you go.
All right, thanks a lot. You state your name for the court.
Joshua Mark Keneally Sr.
Okay, and how are you related to Yvonne Denise Dallas?
She's my mother.
Okay, did Miss Dallas pass away on or about March 20th, 2025 in Pearland, Brazoria County, Texas?
Yes.
And she was 73 years old, but she resided in Dayton, Chambers County, Texas. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, now this is purported to be your last will and testament. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And you recognize, she actually signed every page of it. You recognize her signature?
Yes. That's right.
And also there on page 4?
Yes.
Okay. And the original's been submitted to the court, correct?
That's correct.
All right. And this will is dated June 27th, 2016. And to the best of your knowledge, did your mom ever revoke that will?
No.
Okay. Any children born or adopted by her after the date of the will?
No.
She have a marriage dissolved after the date of the will?
No.
Has it been longer than 4 years since she passed? And when we filed for probate?
No.
Okay. As the state of Texas or any charity devisee, meaning they're going to get something under her will?
No.
Okay. And at the time of her passing, she owned property in excess of 50,000 out in Chambers County. Is that correct?
Yes.
And isn't it true that a necessity does exist for the administration of her estate?
Yes.
And now her will named Ricky Joe Dallas as to serve as the independent executor, but he passed away prior to your mom in 2017. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you're named as the first alternate, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And is there any reason why you would be prohibited from being or be disqualified from serving as independent executor?
No.
Judge, we ask that he appointed the independent executor and respectfully request that bond and appraisers be waived, please. It's non-taxable.
Vote out. Thank you, Counselor. Have a good day.
All right, thank you, Judge.